Hi, my name's Mandy. I'm a mother and a grandmother, and I've been cooking all of my life. I believe if you put a bit of love and intent into everything you do, including cooking, it can produce some magical results.
Hi, my name's Sue. Me and Mandy have been friends for years, and we've shared a passion for cooking and old traditions of the land. In the past, we might have been known as Hedge Witches. But what we're going to show you is proper down-to-earth cooking with just a hint of magic.
In this series, Mandy and Sue will share the secrets of the hedgerow and show you how to make some magical meals for your friends and family. All the recipes they do are cheap, don't have loads of ingredients, and they're easy to cook. In each programme, they choose 2 seasonal ingredients which you can buy cheaply and locally, or even pick up for free in the gardens and hedgerows around you. As Hedge-Witch Cooks, they'll also be telling you about the magical properties of these ingredients and how they can enhance your life in many ways. On the menu today, a delicious nettle and parsnip soup with soda bread, spring lamb in a rosemary marinade with wilted nettles, and, for a treat, rosemary and walnut shortbread with lemon curd creme fraiche. So the 2 key ingredients this week are rosemary and nettles. Yes, stinging nettles.
Nettles are a really versatile plant, and they can go into anything that you would necessarily use spinach for.
So they're very good if you're anemic, or even just to give you your iron a boost. Only use them in cooking until July, because after July they get tough then. And magically, nettles are cleansing. Something that we're going to be showing is how to do a bath blessing.
You can wash your windows with nettles.
Yeah, as
with
they
a
get
dash of
older and
vinegar.
tougher. That's right.
So yeah, if they're free, why not get them?
Nettles contain high levels of potassium and iron and vitamins A and C. They have been used as a diuretic, as a blood purifier treating anemia, protecting against kidney infections, reducing menstruation, and for the relief of rheumatic pain and arthritis.
Nettle soup's one of the simplest soups to make. Sweat an onion with a knob of butter, peel and chop 4 parsnips into medium-sized chunks and add to the pan of onions. Cover in 1.5 pints of vegetable stock and simmer for about 10 minutes until the parsnips are soft. Good couple of handfuls of nettles, don't use your hands. As soon as those nettles hit the heat, they'll lose their sting. And all those nettles in there, that's a great big boost of vitamin C. And if we're looking at the magical properties of it, you know, that's a real fiery hit of a bit of courage in there for you. Season with salt and pepper. Serve piping hot and garnish with a dash of cream and a sprinkling of chives.
Unless you've got a bread maker, you can spend 2 or 3 hours doing the different processes that are involved in baking bread. However, soda bread takes 30 minutes from starting to measure the ingredients until you can eat it. Grease up your bread tin by recycling your old butter packets. The only utensils I'm using today is a tablespoon and a teaspoon and a knife, so there's no measuring. Yes, which makes it a lot easier to use as well, so you don't have to worry about having scales. Mix 4 tablespoons of brown flour with 8 tablespoons of white. Add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of bicarb soda, 3 tablespoons of natural yoghurt, and give it a mix. Slowly add about half a cup of water and knead until it achieves a dough-like consistency. You can add other ingredients to this. You could use rosemary, mixed herbs, you could fry off some onions, cheese, add to it, bacon you could add to it, to give different flavours of bread. The other thing that you could do is to make it a sweet loaf. So you could say put cinnamon and raisins in it to make it like a tea bread. So it's very, very versatile. Pop it in a tin and shove it in the oven at 200 degrees centigrade or gas mark 8 for 30 minutes. You'll know when it looks done because it'll start to brown on the top.
Years ago, wise women or hedge witches were commonplace. They were in every community and they were trusted. They were mainly midwives. They had an extensive knowledge of herbal, medicinal and culinary practices, and they were revered. Although people are frightened by the word witch, as in the hedge witch, it's just about knowledge. And knowledge is a great, powerful thing, and we could all do with a little more of it. But it's amazing that the more that you learn, the more you want to learn.
Rosemary has long been used as a herb for improving memory. Recent studies have shown that carnosic acid found in rosemary may shield the brain from free radicals and reduce the risk of diseases such as Alzheimer's.
I'm going to talk a little bit about charging the herb. Now, a lot of people probably know about this. And it's really about focusing what you would want from that herb, what you want it to do for you. I'm going to think about my daughter, and she's got an exam, so I want this to boost her memory. So by putting this into my dish, I'm actually putting a magical element into the dish, which may help her. So to make this memory enhancing dessert, take 100 grams of soft butter, cream it with 50 grams of caster sugar, and add a teaspoon of chopped rosemary. Rosemary is a very interesting herb. You would ordinarily think about using it in savoury dishes. Not many people would use it or know to use it in a sweet dish, but it actually works beautifully. Crush up some walnuts and add to the mix, along with 150 grams of plain flour, and bring it together to a nice soft dough. Roll out to 1/4 of an inch thick and cut into rounds. Pop into the oven at 160 degrees C for 10 to 15 minutes. For the filling, gently whisk 100 ml of double cream and fold in 100 ml of creme fraiche. Then lightly swirl in 2 tablespoons of lemon curd to give a beautiful marble effect. Place a spoonful of the filling onto an upturned biscuit and sandwich another on top. Garnish with a walnut and a sprig of rosemary. And that's your rosemary and walnut shortbread.
We're human beings, the clue's in the name. We've become a human doings. We're always doing things, we're always busy. So in this series, we're going to show you how to become a human being again. To take time out for yourself, to pamper yourself, to relax, and to be in touch with what's going on around you in the environment. So the pink one has got in nettle and chamomile. The best thing to do is actually set the atmosphere, maybe some incense, some candles, and drop that in the bath while it's running, and let your bath fill up with the essences of those herbs, and just enjoy the magic of it.
For our main course today, we're cooking fresh new season lamb served with wilted nettles as a substitute for spinach. First, cover the lamb with a generous sprinkle of salt and the juice of a lemon. To make the marinade, mix together a crushed clove of garlic, a small pot of natural yoghurt, a tablespoon of tomato puree and 4 tablespoons of olive oil. The last thing I'm going to add to this is some rosemary. So punchy in its flavour, but because it's hardy, it's there all year round. We'll just chop this up just to go into the marinade, and this is just going to start releasing its oils for however long you leave it. Then, with your hands, rub into the lamb. Leave in a fridge to marinate for at least 10 minutes or overnight. If you wanted to attract love into the home, I would use some rose petals and maybe a little bit of lavender and some bicarbonate of soda, and throw that on the carpets, actually strew it on the carpets. And the bicarbonate of soda will neutralise any of the odours, and the rose and the lavender will impart this fragrance, but they'll also work magically.
So if I throw that on my bed,
you'll get a man. So what should we do next week?
How about elderflower?
They'll be out, won't they, next week? I think we should do mint.
I like the idea.
Really versatile, coming into summer. Mint goes with so many different things and so medicinal.
And the elderflower.
Fantastic, that's what we'll do.
Great idea.